I had no idea what this was going to become.
I don't see how this can work.
Is Christian Grey back to ignite the screen with fiery passion? The long wait may finally be ending. There's talk of a 50 Shades 4 trailer coming out in 2024. As of now, there's no official news about a 50 Shades 4 movie. The 50 Shades series is based on a trilogy of books, and all 3 of those books have already been made into movies. As such, there's no 4th book for a 4th movie to be based on. You may have seen some trailers on YouTube titled 50 Shades 4 Revenge, but these aren't official. They're made by fans and not the movie production team. These fan-made trailers use clips from the existing 50 Shades movies and other films to create a new story. However, this story isn't officially recognized by the people who made the 50 Shades movies. So because there's no official 50 Shades 4 movie in production, there's no release date for it. If a 4th movie were ever to be made, it would be announced by the official movie production team. They would release a real trailer and then they would announce a release date. But until that happens, any talk of a 50 Shades 4 movie is just speculation. It's always exciting to think about what could happen next in our favorite movie series, but it's also important to remember that making a movie involves a lot of people, time, and money. So even if the fans want a 4th movie, it might not be possible to make one. So, what's in the fan-made trailer? Let's discuss the fan-made trailer for 50 Shades 4. Remember, this isn't an official trailer. It was made by fans who love the 50 Shades series and want to imagine what a 4th movie might look like. The trailer is titled 50 Shades 4 Revenge. It starts with the familiar faces of Christian Grey and Anastasia Steele, played by Jamie Dornan and Dakota Johnson. They're back in their roles, but this time the story is different. So the trailer shows the Grey family planning a dreamy weekend getaway. But plot twist, Jack, a guy from the previous movies, breaks out of jail. He sets his sights on Teddy Grey, who's Christian and Anna's eldest son, and this leads to some really intense stuff happening. So the fan-made trailer has this really intense scene where Jack throws Teddy off a cliff, which lands Teddy in a coma. This really sets the tone for the rest of the trailer. You can see Christian, fueled by rage and a thirst for revenge, pulling out all the stops to get back at Jack Hyde. The trailer is a mashup of scenes from the earlier 50 Shades movies and some other flicks with the same actors. It's cut and edited, so it seems like a whole new plot. Even though it's not an official trailer, the folks who made it did a pretty solid job making it look legit. The trailer is packed with amazing suspense, intense drama, and lots of emotions. It shows Christian and Anna struggling with their son's problem while also handling the threat from Jack. You've got scenes where Christian's looking all resolute and Anna's looking super worried, which really cranks up the tension. The trailer also has some sweet moments between Christian and Anna. Even though they're in a tough spot, it's clear they're still really into each other. These lovely scenes stand out against the darker, more edge-of-your-seat parts of the trailer. As the trailer nears the end, things really start heating up. It's a rapid fire of scenes. Christian and Anna, Jack, the hospital, all hinting at some big showdown. The trailer wraps up with a real cliffhanger, leaving everyone guessing about what's gonna happen next. So in a nutshell, the fan-made trailer for 50 Shades 4 Revenge is a pretty cool fan spin on what the 4th 50 Shades movie might be like. It borrows bits from the existing movies and throws in some new twists. Even though it's not an official trailer, it's a neat way for fans to dream up what could be the next chapter in the series. Just a heads up though, this trailer is fan-made, so it's not an actual sneak peek of a new movie. It's more like a fun way for 50 Shades fans to show their love for the series and dream up what could happen next. Until there's actually an official announcement about a 50 Shades 4 movie, fans can enjoy these creative interpretations and continue watching the 3 movies that are already released. It's all part of being a fan. So what do you know about the 3rd part of 50 Shades? 50 Shades Free is the last movie in the 50 Shades trilogy. It's based on E.L. James's book, which goes by the same name. The movie was directed by James Foley and Niall Leonard penned the screenplay. Anastasia and Christian, totally head over heels for each other, finally tie the knot. They're full of happiness and can't wait to start their life as a married couple. They start their dream honeymoon, moving from one beautiful place to another, enjoying every moment of their happy vacation. But just when they're enjoying their love-filled time together, they face a harsh reality. There's news about a break-in at Christian's business. Don't you know about Anastasia's ex-boss who got the boot for sexual harassment? Well, he's the one behind the break-in. He swiped some computer files, and now he's a real danger to Anastasia and Christian. Because of this alarming news, the lovebirds had no choice but to end their honeymoon early and rush back home. Christian pulls off a big surprise for Anastasia when they get back home, which is a brand new house. He's even got an architect, Gia Matteo, on board to redesign it just for Anastasia. But things get a bit tense when Gia starts flirting with Christian. Anastasia is not having any of it and warns that she'll be out of a job if she doesn't stop. And Gia gets the message loud and clear. Now, Anastasia decides to catch up with her buddy Kate Kavanaugh over drinks. Christian, being the protective guy that he is, would have preferred if she stayed home safe. But Anastasia, she's got a mind of her own, and she's not afraid to make her own choices. So she goes out anyway. So you know how movies capture life, right? This one's all about Anastasia and Christian living a married life. It's not always smooth sailing. They have their good days and their bad days. But the love they have for each other is rock solid. Sure, they face a fair share of hurdles and even threats, but they always bounce back stronger than before. And through it all, they learn to trust each other more and get a deeper understanding of each other. The movie doesn't just show Anastasia and Christian's life, it gives us a peek into their high-flying lifestyle. We're talking about fancy parties, luxury cars, and incredibly beautiful houses. It's a visual treat, really. The cinematography and set design are absolutely top-notch. It's like stepping into a different world. The music in the movie is intense and adds to the drama and suspense. The score was composed by Danny Elfman, who also scored the previous films in the series. So 50 Shades Freed hit the screen on February 2018, and it was a total smash at the box office, raking in over an amazing $370 million worldwide. But just like the movies before it in the series, it didn't exactly win over the critics. They had a few choice words about the screenplay and the acting. When talking about the 2015 movie 50 Shades of Grey, it's a pretty intense story. It revolves around this literature student, Anastasia Steele, who gets the chance to interview the billionaire Christian Grey for her college newspaper. Now, Christian is quite intrigued by Anastasia, and they're starting to see each other. But the twist is that their relationship isn't your typical romance. It's filled with elements of dominance and submission, which Anastasia gradually adapts to. But as she delves deeper, she discovers that Christian has a troubled past and begins to question if he's really the right guy for her. Even though she finds their unconventional relationship intriguing, she eventually decides it's best to move on. It takes a whole lot of guts and determination, but she's ready to face the challenge. When talking about 50 Shades Darker, it's a captivating sequel in which Anastasia parted ways with Christian. As Christian grapples with his haunting past filled with abuse, Anastasia embarks on a new professional journey. Despite their split, Christian yearns for Anastasia and wishes to have her back in his life. Anastasia agrees to return, but this time she wants to set the terms of their relationship, a relationship free from rules and punishment. As they reignite their passionate relationship, they try to find a sense of balance. However, their journey is far from smooth. Shadows from Christian's past emerge, posing a threat to their shared dreams of a future together. The movie beautifully portrays how they navigate through these hurdles and the subsequent effects on their relationship. Both movies explore the complex themes of love and passion, control and surrender, and the difficulties that come with relationships. Get your calendars ready, because the story of 50 Shades 4 may take off. Will there really be a fourth installment of the series? Comment your thoughts on this, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.